The Sacramento Republic FC and the USL request that you refrain from tossing any objects onto the field.
If a game ball enters your seating area, please return to the nearest ball retriever or to the field of play.
Any spectator entering the field or interrupting play in any manner shall be ejected and subject to arrest.
The Sacramento Republic FC and the USL thank you for your cooperation.
Hey fans, on behalf of Sacramento Republic FC and the entire organization, we hope you enjoy the match.
The playoffs a year ago at this time was not something muttered by the Sacramento Republic, not for anything, because it would still be 3 months before they would sign their very first player in Rodrigo Lopez. Well, fast forward to the end of March, the team was ready to go. But it was a sizzle of the summer heat that got this team really rolling and catapulted them all the way to the 2nd seed across the USL Pro table. Taking on the personality of their fiery coach and Preki, this team played better, arguably, than anybody else in the league. Now they have a chance to do something no other inaugural team has done. That's win a championship. It begins here tonight in Sacramento. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rob McAllister, a longtime 7-year veteran MLS. Kevin Goldthwait. Kevin, I'm a little nervous. The nerves are shaking here. This is a great atmosphere.
No, the atmosphere is phenomenal right now. The Republic have put themselves in a fantastic situation with what they've done during the summer months to put them in the position to play here at home for the first ever playoff game in Sacramento. So it's going to be a great night.
8,000 sold out crowd as number 2 Sacramento versus number 7 Wilmington. And it's coming up next.
Indomitable. Like the trees that surround us, our roots run deep, our foundation strong. Our story has just begun, but our game has stood the test of time. This is a game of cities, a game of countries. This, my friends, is the world's game. A game played to the sound of chants, to the sound of anthems. This game is played to the sound of glory. We don't only cherish this game, we revere it. It is our heart, our soul, our everything. And although this game is for everyone, this club is ours. We are Sacramento. Indomitable, we stand. For the Republic, we stand.
And now let's get to your starting lineups here in the goal box. With averaging less than a goal against per game, Jake Gleason, on loan from the Portland Timbers, has done a nice job all season long for the Republic, and he has played his best ball as of late. And the back 4 joining with him will be the Bay Area kid, Emra Clementa. And he has played very well. Those 3 joining by Mickey Daly, who played at Wilmington a season ago, back in the lineup as well. And the other center back will be Nemanja Vukovic. Now Vukovic continues to be a team leader here, leads the USL PRO or top 5, I should say, in minutes played, and alongside a left back position will be James Kippy, who was added just a month ago and already getting his 5th start. Alongside here in the midfield for the first time, the speedster Gilberto getting the start, along with Max Alvarez making his 19th start with the Republic. He'll be joined with Tommy Stewart, who is out front with 11 goals on the year, and it'll also be Ivan Mirkovic, Rodrigo Lopez, and Adam John for this lineup here. And Kevin Goldthwait, as we continue out the rest of the starting lineup, Rodrigo Lopez, there is just a row factor here. He is one of the top players in the USL Pro in points scored. And here is a guy, 10 goals now on the season, 8 assists. I mean, he's in the running for an MVP caliber season. It's going to lay a lot on him tonight here.
Yeah, he's going to have a huge responsibility here tonight. I think with what Roro brings to the table, he's done it time and time again. Ever since that midseason games, we've talked about it before. Once West Brom came, the team's been on a different level, and Roro's really been kind of the catalyst and the main cog in that wheel that's propelled this team into the position that they are now.
Well, we have that starting lineup, and Gilberto making the place putting him in the place, I should say, of what we've really seen Octavio Guzman almost have solidified that middle position.
Right, very interesting call with what Preki put in with bringing Gilberto in. I think it's more of an offensive-minded play with Guzman being more defensive-minded. So great call for Preki, kind of coming out here on the front studs and making sure that they want to instill their style of play here tonight.
It should be an exciting match. Wilmington comes with a very strong lineup as well. We'll give you that in just a moment, but let's head down to the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
3 hour more with our national anthem. It's time to play some soccer, the first time ever for the Sacramento Republic here in the USL PRO. And they're able to secure a #2 seed and host a playoff game. So it's to be sold out tonight. 8,000 strong here as the Republic will take on the #1 seed, the Wilmington Hammerheads. And let's bring you their starting lineup as we have a few moments here. In the goal box, it will be Brad Stuber, who was gave up, I should say, 2 goals to the Republic in the matchup here at Bonney Field nearly 3 weeks ago. And the fullbacks will be Troy Cole, Shawnee Faircloth, Christian Davidson, and Drew Ruggles. In the midfield, Paul Nicholson, Brian Ackley, Mark Anthony Kay, who just joined the team, has been one of the hottest players for the Wilmington Hammerheads, Ross Tomaselli. And up front, Corbin Bone and the youngster, Sonny J, who was one of the top high school players in the country just a few seasons ago in the state of Kentucky. Gleason has Clementa, Daly, Vukovic, Kippy in the back, with Gilberto, Mirkovic, Lopez, Alvarez in the midfield. And out front, Tommy Stewart and Adam John tonight. And there he is, the captain of the Republic. It's a hot night here in Sacramento. Triple digits today, leading to 90-degree temperatures here tonight as the sun has already set. We've got an exciting match here as the Republic look to get a win in their very first playoff game here at Bonney Field. Kevin Goldthwait, the Sacramento Tower Bridge Battalion, they're ready to go. The players are ready to go on the field. Your key to the match as we get started here.
You know, key to the match, we didn't get a touch on Tommy Stewart being back in the lineup in the pre-show, but, you know, he hasn't played. The last match I think he played against was when Wilmington was in town last. So we'll see if he's fully fit. I imagine with Preki putting him starting, he's got to be fine and healthy, but let's see if he how long he can go, if he can last 90. And the big thing with Gilberto, and it looks like that sort of the attacking mentality is being put out there with what Preki's lineup is today. So I think that's going to be interesting to see how we really haven't seen Preki do that all year with really kind of, you know, make that little tweak there to have what we're calling right now an attacking-minded lineup. So big for the Republic to come out here, get off to a great start, go attack the Tower Bridge Battalion, and get the energy and keep the energy going here tonight.
Well, the Republic, coached by Preki, two-time MLS scoring champion and MVP, who has 17 wins on the year, the most he has ever had as a head coach. Carson Porter for the Hammerheads took over for longtime manager David Irving just a day before the Hammerheads made their trip out to the West Coast at the end of August. Now the series matchup between these two teams, 1-0-1 in favor of the Republic. It was a 2-0 victory for Sacramento. We're underway as the Wilmington Hammerheads get going here. They're in the navy blues. Republic wearing the white with the maple shorts here. Jake Gleason gets a touch early on. The Tower Bridge Battalion, they are singing louder than we've heard them all season long. It's a good sight here to see Tommy Stewart in the lineup, pressing forward. Adam John already in the attacking third.
Yeah, Tommy Stewart already making good runs in the channels, which he's done all year long.
Sent high, Brad Stuver goes to get it.
Looks like that attacking-minded lineup here is coming out and doing well in the first minute so far.
Sacramento, the number 2 seed, 55 points with a record of 17-7-4. And then Wilmington Hammerheads played very well in their final 5. Kevin, thinking about this, they were 12th seed on August 20th. They worked their way to the number 7 seed, a big win coming against Orlando to finish the year 9-8-11. And they played pretty well away from North Carolina, going 6-5-3. So this is a much dangerous team here that the Republic need to keep an eye on, and do not take for granted that they're a 7th seed.
No, absolutely, and it just goes to show how kind of congested it was during that last couple weeks of August. And for Wilmington to come out and play well and keep playing well, get some good momentum going to the playoffs, it's definitely this is not a team that they should take lightly at all, regardless of how their the regular season matches went this year.
Well, Cody Arnaud, one of the captains of this Wilmington team, he said, we're playing the best soccer of our season right now. And so that is a dangerous title for the Sacramento Republic to hear, because they know how good this team could be. Played it to a draw last time these two teams were in Wilmington, and a foul out on the play, and Sacramento will get a restart here and a free kick.
Yeah, good position here. I think you'd like this to be a little bit wider, to be honest, but that's fine. I would imagine Roro's going to step up on top of this thing with his right foot. Try to serve it in back post, find some big bodies with John back there, Vukovic coming up, maybe even Daly curling around the back post.
By Alvarez, hit high at the header, still a chance for Sacramento, punched away by Stuver.
Great job by Daly there, makes it difficult for Stuver, doesn't give him a free catch there, and look where we are right now.
John tries to send a cross, sent out of play, so it's Max Alvarez who took that. It's one thing that has been so crucial for Sacramento this season, is having Rodrigo Lopez and Max Alvarez each able to take corners and set pieces like that. Works his way into the penalty area. Adam John with a left foot.
Oh boy, that would have been huge, Rob. I tell you, Alvarez gets the ball kind of caught, maybe just a little bit too close to his feet, in between both feet. Does a really good job, plays it off to John for his left foot, tries just a side foot pass to that back post, and it looks like it sails just wide.
Brad Stuver with an outreaching arm. Couldn't get to it and just sailed away. So the last time these two teams met here was the first matchup here between the two squads on the season. And Tommy Stewart took a beautiful assist from Justin Braun and found the net on a little dink. And that put the Republic up 1-0 heading into the half. And then following up that goal was Emra Clemente, who pretty much ran over Sonny Jane. Jane not able to get up. Little give and go from Alvarez to Gilberto. Gilberto showing that speed. The Republic attacked Wilmington so well last time they were here at Bonney Field. Worked to their advantage, and they're doing it again. Just winds up as Gilberto there,
He just
Kevin.
needs to be patient there. They're already kind of, congested and clogged up over on that right side. It would have been great to see Gilberto bring that ball out, restart the attack maybe.
Offside call by a step.
Yeah, that's close. And that looks like what they're doing. They're playing Sonny Jane really, really high, with Corbin Bone kind of maybe playing underneath him a little bit, but looks like I think they're going to try to exploit the pace of Sonny Jane and maybe try to take advantage of maybe Vukovic and Daly in the back. So it's going to be real important for Vukovic and Daly to make sure they keep aware and recognize where Sonny Daly is at all times, especially when you turn the ball over, as he's going to be making some great runs, I assume.
Tommy Stewart back in the lineup, had not played since Wilmington was in town. That was on August 20th and had the goal there. had been nursing a hamstring ever since, and as the team secured that second seed, there was really no place to play him. Sonny Jane, very active.
Yeah, Tommy Stewart, it's had to been difficult for him.
Adam John, nice move to the middle, just on back loan from San Jose. He's been getting a lot of work in lately. Tommy Stewart tried a little back heel to John, couldn't find it. Lopez was on his left side. Here's Gilberto. We talked a little bit in the pregame about Octavio Guzman, how physical he is and how imposing he was. A little bit different pace with Gilberto in there in the midfield.
That's a complete great ball.
Kiffy. John fires it up just off the top crossbar, trickles away and out of play.
Oh man, Stuver had no chance to get that thing. If that thing dips just a little bit farther, maybe if John takes a little bit off it or is a couple steps back, that's a goal right in the top corner. Well taken, curls it back post, kisses right on top of that crossbar. Good effort, good movement against a great ball in by Kiffy to John, setting him up.
This is probably the best we've seen Adam John start a match all the way back until April. I mean, he has really come on strong here tonight in the playoffs.
Right, so far he's doing well. What he needs to do, take his chances like that when he gets it, but more importantly, in the middle of the park when his back's to the goal, he's got to keep the ball, switch the field, and make sure he's only taking 2 or 3 touches when he's doing that. Oh, that's a bit unlucky there by Mirkovic.
And as Brian Ackley from Cary, North Carolina, played with the Carolina Railhawks a season ago. And he has been a very solid member of this Hammerhead squad here in 2014. Ruggles toying with it on the far left. Sacramento putting that pressure on it. We wanted to see how Tommy Stewart and Adam John would play together. We know how well Justin Braun and Stewart had played together this season. We didn't see a lot of the goals from Justin Braun, but those two really seem to be in sync. I like what I'm seeing so far in the first 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, my favorite thing, what I really like what Stewart brings to the table is his runs into the channels. He really kind of lengthens the field when we have the ball, which is just a huge, huge piece of the puzzle that works well. And I think he does that better than both Braun and John. But it's great to have a big body like John in the middle of the field there, kind of holding the ball up, hopefully, which he's done a good job so far tonight.
Sonny Jane is swarmed by Gilberto and Mirkovic, and now here comes the counter by Sacramento. Good pace here. John streaking. Ruggles takes Alvarez down to the turf.
That's the tough part with playing with a guy like Alvarez, with a pretty much a left-footed dominated player cutting down the right flank. John was on the back post. If Alvarez had the chance to play that inside of the right foot, maybe curl it back post on the ground even, Rob, I think John would have had a tap in there.
Alvarez down again, and now a whistle is blowing a set piece. But going back to Drew Ruggles there, who made a play on Alvarez a few moments ago, he was the one who really slowed the pace for the Hammerheads in the matchup here at Bonney Field. I mean, he was at the PDL just a season ago, and here's a show of replays. He's pushed in the back. Alvarez goes down hard.
Maybe from behind a little bit there. I think that's kind of a soft call, but we'll take it with Roro and Alvarez on top of this ball. Anytime we get a set piece, I tell you what, we're pretty dangerous.
That was Mark Anthony Kay. Hit with the foul, Rodrigo Lopez.
The big thing here to think about, if you're Gilberto, if you're John, if you're Clemente, you follow this up. Crash this goal as hard as you can as soon as it's hit.
Alvarez. Stuver on the rebound. Stewart looking. Stuver able to come back up for it. So twice now we've expected Rodrigo Lopez. Went with Alvarez. Why the change?
You know, here's the replay here as it just bobbles out of Stuver's hands, and Stewart's there. Unfortunately, Stewart was there. Stuver was able to gather it. You know, I think Alvarez is on that ball. Roro's more of a finesse type free kick taker in those situations. Alvarez might be able to hit the ball a little bit harder. And I tell you what, Alvarez has a little bit of knuckle on his ball when he drives it, which is a nightmare for goalies to deal with, as we just saw as Stuver bobbles that ball. Just really difficult for them to catch it cleanly. And it's a very tough ball for anybody to hit. I think Alvarez does a really good job at it.
It's a good play by Gleason here. Get it to Alvarez on a header. Tried to send it forward looking for Tommy Stewart. Tommy Stewart with 11 goals leads the team. He's been out for the last 3 weeks. Figured he'd have a few more. Had a hat trick against Orange County down south. Had 4 goals in 2 games. Sonny Jane. And a whistle blown, and it's going to go against Nemanja Vukovic. And here we go, Kevin. That's the one thing we talked about, and a yellow card is thrown against Vukovic. Looked like Jane was running that lane.
This is a phenomenal ball right into Sonny Jane as Vukovic kind of does what he needs to do there. I tell you what, that's a good foul. Take the caution there. You realize that you're caught out of place, out of position. Take the foul. Don't let him go one-on-one with Gleason.
So Sonny Jane, University of Maryland.
Now, it looked like Corbin Bone played that ball, and that's what Corbin Bone is known for. The guy, highly, highly touted coming out of Wake Forest, really hasn't caught on with the MLS yet, but a very, very skilled player with great vision. And I'm excited to see how he can play underneath Sonny Jane, if he can spring him like we just saw right there, if he can do that more often. And I tell you what, it's something that as soon as Corbin Bone gets the ball, I think the Republic need to get the defense and get them to step and pressure Corbin Bone to get his head down, so it's more difficult for him to make decisions.
Drafted by Philly in 2013, originally drafted in 2010 by the Chicago Fire out of Wake Forest as part of that championship team in 2007. Corbin Bone, a big-time player in the Hammerheads. Lucky to have him. Corbin shot high, no play for Jake Gleason. So Sacramento on this season has had some injury problems of late, and as we show a replay, and just sent it high, got on the back heel there.
Corbin's leaning back a little bit too much there. In that situation, you need the ball to dip down. Otherwise, it's going to sail high like that. Now, I tell you what, it's hard to hit that ball hard. You got to hit it perfectly. Very, very fine, thin margin of error there. As you saw, Bone just kind of sailed the ball over the crossbar there.
So Sacramento dealing with some injuries this season, really as of late. And no Justin Braun in the starting lineup, but he is available to go tonight. He's been dealing with a broken toe. And Tommy Stewart, that hamstring, he is back. And as is Gabe Jissy, he will be available. And one move, though, is Chad Bartolome, who filled in so nicely at that left back position, played some forward here in the last couple weeks. He is out tonight with a hamstring injury. Other than that, everyone looking ready to go for the Sacramento Republic tonight.
Yeah, you know, Braun's got to be gutted not being in the starting lineup tonight, but I tell you, I bet we see him before the end of the night. And I'm sure Preki's going to want to give him a run, get him back in for maybe, you know, if things go well tonight, start thinking about next week potentially.
And we've seen just on this little play, didn't look like much, but Nemanja Vukovic has continued to be aggressive and come up, but he might want to be careful with Sonny Jane. Sonny Jane's got some good pace.
That is a killer ball by Roro there. Springs Clemente. Clemente's got to love Roro. He puts him in great positions, gets him up that right flank as much as possible.
Tough ball there by Gilberto. Now the Hammerheads have something with Tomaselli. Tomaselli coughs it up. Gilberto and Alvarez trying to get on the same pace, and we've seen Gilberto come in as a pace changer, but it's interesting to see him try to work his way in with this starting 11 here.
Yeah, he's just got to get the ball off his feet a little quicker. You saw as a great example right there. Does a really good job as a counterattack.
Here's moving Nicholson. Nicholson now down.
That's a good step by Daly. And I think Daly probably won the ball there, as we might see the replay here briefly. But good step by Daly, slows it down. Once again, even if he doesn't get the ball, you know, as a center back myself, that's a good foul to give. As Mirkovic goes in pretty hard there.
Still stayed up on his feet. Nicholson was there.
That's a great step by Daly. That's unfortunate.
Some distance here. The Tower Bridge Battalion. So strong this year. It looks like it will be Jane, the youngster. With the left foot, kept it low. Gilberto played it easily and found Tommy Stewart.
Yeah, that's a poor ball in by Sonny Jane.
Tommy Stewart looks okay from that hamstring injury. He's bit some pace, gets past Tomaselli easily. Good run there on the left wing. Now he's being double teamed. Looking for a corner. Will he get it? They will.
Great work by Tommy Stewart. Earns the corner. You see him slow down in that corner. He's definitely looking to try to win that corner. I tell you what, also the run that he makes there with Tomaselli running next to him, he's beating him pace for pace, and he's got the ball at his feet. That's a pretty tough task right there. Does a good job. Sets his team up well here.
Here's Rodrigo Lopez. Sends it high. Here's the header in the middle. Ruggles clears it.
Tommy Stewart finding himself in a good position there. Does the right thing. Doesn't try to put that thing on target. Realize it's a really tight angle and tries to knot it right back across the face of the goal, as we have the replay right here. And Ruggles is there. I tell you, if someone's crashing that second run, they have a tap in almost.
Another corner. This will be Max Alvarez. Tommy Stewart tried to turn. Still fighting. It's in the 6. Tommy Stewart. Stewart working hard tonight. Clementa comes up all the way from the right to come to the left side. Kippy's gonna have to play some defense here. Slows it for a minute, but Wilmington's got some room. Tomaselli trying to find someone in the middle. Ackley wasn't running. That played well into the Republic.
Yeah, good job, Republic. Got back, defended well, made it difficult for Wilmington. End up winning the ball back and the possessions retained. So good job by Republic on that to kind of quell that counterattack. You know, Tommy Stewart, though, we see him for the first, here we are in the first 10, 15 minutes of the match, get himself in front of the goal. And it had to have been tough for a guy like Tommy Stewart to play and score a lot of goals, for a few weeks here, a few weeks there, as John's coming up on a counterattack, no one in the box. But for him to kind of get a routine and get kind of streaky, and for the hamstring or the quad or whatever has been acting up for him all year, it's tough to get on a streak and start scoring some goals. But I tell you, whenever he plays 3, 4, 5, 6 games consecutively, he's scored goals towards the end of that run. And tonight he's coming out strong, and I love what he's doing right now. Needs to get something on target, but so far so good.
Probably some of the best play we've seen from 2 forwards at the same time here for the Republic this season, which is saying something. I mean, they had 17 wins for a second place finish. Dangerous ball here. Gleason makes a great save. Back come the Hammerheads. Bone tries to make a play and stuffed.
Jake Gleason saves the day as Clementa just gets caught with the ball. Doesn't make the right decision. Probably should have cleared it.
And Rodrigo Lopez takes a shot.
But Gleason, going back, here's the replay with looks like the ball played in to Roro from Alvarez.
And he just took one at a high kick. We'll have a time there. Score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. And we do want to take a moment as well. We apologize for the score bug up top being down. We're having some technical difficulties here at the park. So as they get settled out, looks like Rodrigo Lopez will take a moment to step up, but he'll be okay here. And we'll reset things here, but Sacramento playing tough here in the first half of play. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. We appreciate you joining us here for the very first playoff match for the Sacramento Republic. And as they know what a great treat this is, the Hammerheads were very excited, and the head coach Carson Porter said we took a moment to smile, celebrate a little bit, and but now we're focused on Sacramento, and that was their training schedule. And he said really this is the first time in more than a month they had a full week of training. And other than the Sacramento attack, I think they've had some couple of opportunities and looking a little bit sharper than they were here about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you think whenever Sacramento is given that full week of preparation, they've been really, really dangerous. And through the course of the year, you don't really get that full week, which is it's nice to get. No one does. EPL guys don't. Look at the guys in the Champions League playing midweek this past week, and international friendlies, this past week. So, I mean, whenever a club and guys get a full week of rest and preparation, you'd like to think they're going to come out flying.
Here's Stewart. Stewart locked up with Nicholson. Gilberto makes a nice move, and Mirkovic is called.
Yeah, Mirkovic, that might not have been necessary, but still, that's Mirkovic's nature, getting stuck in.
When we get a little physical, who's this playing in the hands of? Is better for Wilmington or Sacramento?
I'd like Sacramento to be aggressive, but don't cross that line, as we see a replay right here of Mirkovic coming in. Looks like Gilberto's probably going to win this. Oh, and he goes down real soft.
So interesting to note, too, again, Sacramento doesn't have to worry about Sammy Ochoa. Now, he's a team leader with 6 goals and 5 assists for Wilmington. We saw him here on August 20th, and they brought him in really late in the game, almost when it was about, or I guess maybe it was a 1-0 advantage at point for Sacramento. But still, it's interesting move that, again, Porter does not have Sammy Ochoa starting here in the biggest game for the Hammerheads all year.
Yeah, I think that's strictly Carson Porter's strategic move here tonight with putting Sonny Jane with the pace up top, probably trying to spring him on a counterattack. And I don't think Ochoa's got decent pace, but not Sonny Jane type pace. So I think it's simply just a strategic move by the coach, by Porter, making sure that he can try to catch or hopefully try to catch the Republic on a counterattack.
Here's Jane. We'll dump off. No score here. I know we don't have the clock or the score up there. Nobody has struck yet. but I guess we're about the 20th minute mark, as we do have a clock down on the field here, as we're getting a look at that here with this shot from Bonney Field. A warm night in Sacramento. It was 103 degrees today, and saving a lot of fans along that east side was the fact that they didn't have to deal about the sun this year. But I'll tell you what, Sacramento, a little giddy today, as you can look up, the #2 team now becomes a top seed as Orlando City falls to Harrisburg City 1-0 today. Here's Lopez. Little chip over the top for Tommy Stewart. He's onside. But Kevin, how about that? Orlando City falling #1, and they had a chance to defend their championship title. It will not happen, and so they'll move to MLS on a loss, and Sacramento now in a driver's seat.
Yeah, that is a big, big result for Sacramento. Now securing home field advantage for the rest of the playoffs. Win tonight, home game next weekend. Win then, another home game for the championship here in Sacramento. And I tell you, home field advantage in this sport is massive. So the fact that that happens, it's great news. But you know what? We talked to Preki before the game today. We actually even talked to some of the guys, and they were mentioning, hey, did you see Orlando lost today? You see Orlando lost today? And the first thing Preki said to Rob and I this afternoon was that he's going to have a quick word, as we see a replay here of the foul. He's going to have a quick word. The first thing in his pregame talk is going to talk about how this game, the Orlando game, means nothing. We come out here tonight. We keep doing what we're doing. We focus on our job tonight, and that's to come out and get a win. But it's definitely a nice, little thing to have in your back pocket right now, to know that if you win games, you're going to be playing here in Sacramento and you're not traveling. Huge piece of to the puzzle here going in the playoffs.
Great sliding tackle by Rodrigo Lopez. Now remind Kevin that when they played in North Carolina, those two teams, there was a draw. No score from either squad. Now there was talk of how hot and humid it was. Another warm night here tonight, but the Hammerheads have yet to score on the Republic this season. They're looking to here with Bowen out on the left wing. Tries to square it. Successful in finding Tomaselli. Tomaselli grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina. Was not straight far from home, went to Wake Forest as well. A couple Wake Forest guys on this squad, and one of the better programs I know in the country. Do you have any big battles while you were at Notre Dame?
Our big battle is UConn. It's Sonny James, or excuse me, onside here.
He's onside. He broke free after. That was K. But his
with
college matches,
with the conference restructuring over the last, I've been 10 years ago now for me. So, but we were in the Big East. We played UConn quite a bit. UConn was a fantastic squad. Damani Ralph was one of the guys I remember, but UConn was always a big rival. But the ACC is a great soccer conference. If you ever get a chance to go check out some of the ACC men's and women's soccer matches, very competitive league. You see a lot of players coming out from the ACC into the USL, also into the MLS.
Adam John here.
Great job by John. That's what he needs to do. 2-3 touches, get it off your foot.
Streaking is Clementa. Ruggles trying to beat him to it. Got there at the same time. Good run by Clementa. Nice ball from Vukovic. And it's the small things that he does, Kevin, that means so much. Now sets up the Republic for a great chance with Max Alvarez in the corner.
Yeah, I think we got lucky there. I don't think that's necessarily a corner kick. Ruggles looked like he played it off Clementa, but we'll take it. Alvarez stepping up, serving a ball. Hit this thing hard and have it dip right in the near post.
Here's the cross. Good chance by the Republic.
That is textbook right there. Clementa just needs to put that thing on target, and it's going to be such a reaction, tough save for Suver to deal with. But great ball in by Alvarez. You see Clementa get up, needs to get himself over that thing and drive it down into the ground. But great seeing that. These guys in the box on these corner kicks and set pieces have to be so excited. I remember playing, when you have guys in your team that can serve good balls in, it makes your runs that much crisper, that much sharper, because you know they're going to put something in on a silver platter for you.
Especially if you got a little height. Nice ball from Kippy to John. John loses it. Davidson was there to disrupt.
Yeah, John's got to hold that thing up better.
Adam John from Jesuit High School here in Sacramento, played locally.
Now, he might have been offsides, in fact, but that's...
John looking very good. His first game as a Republic came at the score at Hughes Stadium. A header, beautiful play. Here's Lopez. Lopez a little quiet here early on. But Sacramento has been in this attacking third for most of this first half here as we embark on the 25th minute. Gilberto. Tommy Stewart. Seems the Republic just toying with Wilmington right now. Great give and go, did not work out. Stepping back, coming to the ball was Cole.
Yeah, Tommy Stewart and Gilberto right there. Playing a little combination game down in the corner. But the good thing about Gilberto, what I love about him, is he's the type of guy you can give him the ball anywhere in the field with any sort of pressure on him. As we go to the replay here.
On the field action, it'll be a foul called against Ackley as John went down hard.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to play something quickly. John just nipped on it.
Well, the Republic have been so dominant since July, finishing 7-1-2 in their last 10 matches, and that loss coming against LA when it was all locked up already. We saw such a change when a couple of the starters came back in to start the second, losing 2-1. Here's Lopez, a bender. Ruggles has been called on to do a lot here tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, he has, and he's done a good job so far. I mean, last August when we played a couple weeks back, 3 weeks ago, Ruggles had a tough first half, but he came out in the second half, played really well defensively, dealing with, a tough Republic side at that point in time. And so far tonight, he's kind of answered the call as well.
He's really slowed down that right side attack for the Republic. And had a little bit more success here on the left wing. Kippy leaking up. Gilberto in the middle.
Good job there. Finding and switching the field. Maybe a little bit slower than you'd like, but still we're here.
Here's Kiffy. Kippy making a move inside. Now back out. Trying to get things set up. Maybe working his way to a corner. Tries to break free. Past Cole. No call. Tomaselli. Vukovic, a dangerous play, comes all the way up.
That's a great step by Vukovic.
And now he's holding his right leg. I think he just took a shot to
Yeah,
it. I think he'll be okay. Sacramento still with the pressure. Clementa didn't come up in fear of having too many guys up, but nice ball. Sacramento playing very well. They've been very aggressive.
See, this is the back four's doing a really good job of keeping track of Wilmington when we're breaking, when we turn the ball over. You see Vukovic with a great step there, keeping the ball in that attacking third. We've done it two or three times now so far where Daly or Vukovic have stepped up great and kept that ball down in that attacking third, which is just such a huge break. Oh, good ball by Vukovic as well.
Tommy Stewart. Out to Kiffy, who went just from a month ago playing with the Ventura County Fusion to join a starting spot with the #2 team in the USL PRO.
Yes.
Good look here, just no one running the lane.
Yeah, Kiffy maybe just got a little bit too much air on that. John was making a good run to the near post.
But he go from Ventura County Fusion to being named on the Team of the Week last week in the final. That's a pretty good accomplishment. It says a lot about a young man who steps right up from Santa Barbara. Yeah, and has played very well.
No easy task coming into any team 3/4 of the way through the season, but he's done a great job. Filled in at that kind of troublesome left back position for Republic, and has done a really good job. Come in, and Preki's got nothing but great things to say about him so far.
Just does what he does. He doesn't try to do more than he has to. Lopez, nice ball to Stewart. Stewart trying to turn the corner. Well, I'll tell you this, the referee, Michael Zapata, definitely blowing the whistle tonight. He has not swallowed it. He's calling when appropriate. It was a nice job.
Now Roro finds a good pass into Tommy Stewart. Tommy Stewart takes the touch. Definitely brought down there.
Goes down here. Another set piece for the Sacramento Republic. Lopez taking him from the left side. It's been Alvarez from the right side of the field. Vukovic talking to Lopez, saying, "Where do you want me?" He says, "Go up as far as you can." Here's a ball, keeps it low. No chance for the Republic to get one toward the mouth.
Yeah, not the best.
And that's coming up our way.
Now,
That's out of the stadium.
Yeah, Mirkovic does a good job. Maybe he could have kept that, but that's okay. But going back to Roro's set piece there, that's just, he's got to get that a little bit higher. And you know what? I think he's setting up Stuver for maybe a ball in that same position maybe later on in the game, and tries to, hopefully I'd like to see him maybe try to take a shot on frame and catch him sleeping on the near post, as Stuver might be cheating out looking for that cross.
Stuver making his 11th appearance on the year. Has allowed 12 goals with an average of 1.2 per match. Gave up 2 against Sacramento. Against the meeting here at end of August. Tommy Stewart doing a nice job fighting with Cole. Cole wins it, turns it over. Troy Cole played an indoor league a season ago in Tampa Bay. Back outdoors with Wilmington in 2014. John with a little give back to Lopez, did not work out. Ruggles quickly to Kay. Mark Anthony Kay, been one of the best players. Shown some pace here for Wilmington since joining the club in late August.
But that's what Wilmington's going to want to do. They're going to want to try to catch Republic sleeping a little bit on the counterattack.
And we're going to have a corner here. We'll visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL PRO. What a great season here in the USL Pro as we set up for a corner here. Kept very low. I think those low corners is something you do like to see from the opponent, Kevin, just not in the Republic do it.
Yeah, and you got to make sure.
Here's a bender. A diving save by Gleason with the right hand.
Yeah, Ackley finds himself sitting right on the penalty spot almost. No one on him. A good ball served in. Gleason answers the call again. I tell you what, Gleason's been phenomenal. Here's the replay. As Corbin takes it, crosses it in. Ackley puts it. Gleason with a great save.
High corner. Dangerous ball slapped away by Gleason. Kicked high by Alvarez.
Yeah, Gleason's come up big so far here in the first half, keeping the Republic in the match.
Here's Jane. He'll try from distance. Sacramento getting pressured for the first time really this match. It's coming into the 33rd minute. Here's Kiffey trying to control it back for Sacramento. Jake Gleason with 2 nice saves tonight. Brad Stuver on the other side has been very busy. Jake Gleason has been playing very well as of late, allowing just 3 goals in the last 8 matches.
It's Roro with the giveaway there. Trying to do a little bit too much. He's got Vukovic, play a simple ball, give it to him. Tries to hit that outside of the right foot almost, a little slice on it, trying to find Kiffey on the chest. Tough ball to hit. Tough ball to receive as well, I'll tell you that much.
And going back to Jake Gleason here on loan from Portland. And he's a youngster, 24 years of age, allowing less than a goal a game, only allowed 15 this season. He's had 49 saves. I mean, he's been tremendous when healthy.
Yeah, tonight he's been phenomenal too. I mean, these are those games where you need your goalkeeper to come up and make 1 or 2 saves. He's already made 1 or 2 great saves, keeping Republic in the match. And he's done that pretty much all season. I tell you, the goalkeepers for the Republic, both, even Jakobek's been phenomenal. Whenever they've been called upon, they've really done a good job and kept the Republic in a lot of matches.
Well, how about the save he had against Sonny Jane, going down to his knees, popping right back up against the Wilmington.
Yeah, last time they were here, phenomenal save.
Tomaselli with a cross. And here is a whistle.
Yeah, a little
and
push
it goes
over
against
there.
Wilmington. Well, how about Nemanja Vukovic and Mickey Daly? They have been putting in some work so far this season.
There's Tomaselli serving the ball in. Ackley on the back post is just climbing all over Clementa.
And there is Clementa there, and part of that trio. But Vukovic leading the club with 2,380 minutes. Has a goal and 3 assists. Daly right behind him with 2,309 minutes on the season coming into this match. I mean, that is a lot of work. And we talked to Coach Preki before the match, and he says, you know what, I'd like to have all 4 of my back 4 kept all season long. I think he's got to be pretty happy. He's had a solid 3, and Kiffey joined here in the last month.
Yeah, even keeping that solid 3, keeping 3 of those guys is always, it's a big help to keep them and get them to gel a little bit better. But they've had a good run here the last couple of months of playing together. Should really have a good sense of what each other are doing pretty much at all times during the field.
Alvarez, Lopez, Tommy Stewart with a left foot, off the bar. Sacramento has hit the crossbar twice. Lopez with a cross. John there. Just cleared.
Well done, Mirkovic. Keep that ball down in this attacking third.
Look at hit off the near post here from Tommy Stewart. Adam John had a couple of good looks as well tonight. Well, here's Tommy Stewart again, working near the end line. Off the face of Faircloth and out of play.
Yeah, great job there, right? But I think Roro played the ball into John. John might have dummied it. Roro plays it in. John lets it go, finds Tommy Stewart on the left foot, bangs it off the crossbar. So close. Unlucky not to find the back of the net there.
Sacramento easily could be up 2-0 here. We have some very good looks to goal.
Yeah, I mean, you need to start capitalizing and start taking your chances when you have them now.
Lopez powers one.
That's two poor balls, two poor corner kicks by Roro so far this half. Serving him back post.
On to the 36th minute here we are as we continue to have technical difficulties on the score bug, at least up top. Long throw in, looking for Adam John. Here's Tommy Stewart in the penalty area. Keeps it on the ground and earns a corner kick after it goes off of the heel of Ruggles.
Now Ruggles has been busy.
Georgia Southern graduate. Played the PDL with the Michigan Bucks a season ago. Here's Max Alvarez, a Sac State grad. Bends one in. No one able to jump just high enough to get ahead on it.
That goes out for a throw, but those balls are so hard for the goalkeeper to deal with. Stuver does a great job, comes out, gets a fist on it as we see the replay coming in.
Got a hand on it. Brad Stuver made a nice play.
Did a very nice play there.
Kiffey, little back heel into the middle. Stuver well able to keep an eye on it with Ruggles touching it off the leg. Little thigh trap from Drew Ruggles, calling his name a lot tonight. Left back position. And Faircloth Davidson and Cole have all been on their heels for most of this match. A bad giveaway here. Tommy Stewart just missed it wide.
God, Tommy Stewart needs to finish that.
And he knows it.
Here's the replay. John plays a great ball into him. Stuver might have got a touch on it, and fortunately for Stuver, pushes it wide, comes up with a huge save. And Tommy Stewart's going to be dreaming about that one.
Faircloth was right there as well, so Adam John has had two good looks. Again, sent it high.
You know, I think that's the set play. You see Clementa there, he's peeling off that back post. I think they're trying to do that. No way Roro hits 3 of those poorly. So that's got to be something that they've worked on this week, trying to maybe surprise Wilmington with a little bit of different sort of set play. But I bet you Alvarez is just going to hit this thing hard, try to dip it right over that front post.
Vukovic and John are near the line. Stuver comes up and scoops it.
Yeah, got to get Republic need to get someone on the goalkeeper there. Can't let him come out freely and catch the ball as Stuver just did. But good balls in by Alvarez again, man. Here it is.
And live action here, they're going to get a handball as we were showing you that replay.
Yeah, Ackley had a tough ball to deal with. Says it's coming off his waist, comes off his arm. Republic retained possession.
And Carson Porter a little upset about it. Sacramento has owned this possession clock here tonight. A couple good looks for Wilmington, though. They need is one. No score here. A semifinal matchup between number 2 and number 7. Wilmington defensively has been able to make the stops, but for Sacramento, they had 4 very good looks.
Great step again by Vukovic. It is so frustrating.
Tommy Stewart finds Lopez. Lopez back to the middle. Could not drop it in.
Looks like takes a deflection for a corner kick. But going back to what I was saying, it's so frustrating for a team to continually try to come out and relieve pressure as the shot here from Roro deflects right off of Nicholson. But so frustrating to try to, you try to attack, try to move forward, try to relieve your pressure, but great steps by Vukovic and the other team, keeping that pressure on. You get no break defensively, and it's going to be a long night if that's the way things can progress.
Low ball, has a chance into the net. Sacramento strikes first.
Vukovic is claiming it.
Looked like a hit off the Hammerheads.
Hammerhead, it might have been Faircloth trying to clear it, but great service once again. Same spot by Alvarez, puts it in that troublesome spot with a lot of congestion in there. Vukovic probably gets a head on it, and Faircloth maybe tries to clear it. Might have been already been in the back of the net. Ends up sending it right to the roof of the net, but here we go. This is what Republic need for all the effort, energy we've put in for them to capitalize and get this goal. Huge result.
So we'll get the word officially. But Sacramento able to put one in the 40th minute. It's 1-0.
Yeah, they've been knocking on the door, had a couple of chances. Finally break through that.
And that was one of the tougher chances. I mean, Kevin, you look at the 4 shots, 2 from Stewart, 2 from John. Those should have gone easily. Down the tunnel, here comes the shot. No, he did not turn it, was waiting for a teammate. Adam John looked like he might have made the right play, but take the shot earlier.
John made a great run. Stewart finds him perfect timing. John does the unselfish thing, tries to play it across the goal, but you want to see him just try to bang that far post. Make Faircloth, or excuse me, make Stuver make a save in that situation.
The energy has gone up tenfold here at Bonney Field.
Yeah, we'll work on getting that replay on the goal to see exactly who it comes off of. Looks like we mentioned.
Here's Lopez, dumps it off Tommy Stewart. Tommy Stewart trying to find some space.
I mean, really, it was bound to happen, Rob. The amount of pressure that Wilmington's been under for this 40 minutes in the first half. Vukovic, great step again.
Lopez trying to shield Nicholson. Nicholson takes him down. And I'll tell you what, there's a yellow card. Might be Tomaselli.
It's Nicholson.
It was against Nicholson.
We have a replay of Nicholson just grabbing him. Finally, Rower says, I have enough of this. I'm falling down. Take a call.
How about Nemanja Vukovic, though? If you talk about a one-on-one matchup with Sonny Jane, I think the Elders got the youngster pretty well now. He has really shut him down for most of this match. 42 minutes plus gone by.
And it is such a grind to try to relieve your pressure. Once you win the ball, you try to, make an outlet pass and move forward and relieve the pressure. But when you got Daly and Vukovic stepping as well as they are right now, Kiffy doing well, Clementa doing well, it makes for a long, arduous night with so much effort that you're going to have to put forward. And already here we are, 40 minutes. We finally broke through. Hopefully that's just a little, the floodgates potentially might open as Roro stepping over this free kick.
Rodrigo Lopez! Rebound. John was there. It just kept up high.
Roro, great job. Catches.
Here's Kivy with a cross.
Catches Stuver maybe sleeping as soon as the whistle was blown, Roro was already taking his first step to strike that ball. Hits it far post. Pretty sure it hit the post. Comes back, deflects off Stuver's arm again, but Roro inches away from putting him up, doubling that lead.
I think you're going to have to get out the maintenance crew to put some new paint on the crossbar and the side post here, the side. Sacramento continues to pelt the goal tonight. Good ball here by Bone. See if you get a teammate to track. It's K. Out comes Gleason.
Yeah, Gleason needs to be more vocal there. Looks like he was a bit indecisive. That's the last thing you want from your goalkeeper stepping out, is any sort of indecisiveness. Fortunately for him, he was able to still get his foot on it and clear it.
Well, how about the Hammerheads? They've had one heck of a schedule, playing 7 matches in the last 18 days before the end of the weekend there. They went 3-2-2 during that stretch, including that win over Orlando City. And they really were happy to have that week of training and get some time ready for Sacramento here. But it really started. One of those losses during that trip was against Sacramento, but that West Coast trip played well against LA, played well against Orange County, earning this seed. But now they trail by a goal here to Sacramento as the first half of play is in the 45th minute.
All right, we need to get ourselves out of this half. Up 1-0. There's still putting some pressure on as Corbin Bones going out to take this set piece, this corner kick. But still defensively, Gleason's got to stay tuned in. Vukovic has got to stay tuned in defensively. Make sure you're handling your marks and battle your guy here. Battle your one-on-one.
Ackley near the net. Still in the penalty area. Cleared by Stewart.
Looks like Troy Cole was running free on that back post, which you don't like seeing if you're Republic.
Cole to throw into Jane. Jane being shoved by Kiffey. Good move by Merkovich there. Such a scrappy player, Von Merkovich, and he has been so good at staying on the field. That's one of the most important thing. 2 minutes of extra time.
That's
Here in
really
the
been
first half.
that really been his only downside this year. He's played really well. He's done a great job at that holding midfielder role, but he couldn't find himself on the field because he gets too many cautions. But done a really good job this last couple of months, kind of toning it down a little bit. But he's a guy that, you know, that comes with the territory in that position. You're going to foul people. It's going to be part of the game.
Little dink over the top, onside, a header. Sacramento trying to get out of this. Minute and a half still to play. Tomaselli off to Jane. Jane works his way into the penalty area. Nice cross move. And Vukovic comes back. Gleason was on his heels a little bit there. Swallows it up as Merkovich doing a nice job defensively here, trying to send it away. Adam John looked to track. Nicholson.
Got to get pressure on the ball. You can't have these guys with their heads up for as long as they are. Keep stepping. Get yourself out of the half. Get your drink of water.
Adam John.
Clear your lines. Clear your lines now.
1-0 Sacramento. Vukovic sets up again, and a whistle is blown.
Yeah, Vukovic, so doesn't need to go in hard right there. Just hold up Sonny Jane. He's 40 yards away from goal. Vukovic is already complaining to the referee. He's got to get back, get sorted out.
Coming up at half. Player profile this week is actually Preki. Stay tuned for that great piece by Franklin Pictures once again. And it looks like we'll be talking with the technical director, Graham Smith.
Yeah, Franklin Pictures has done an absolute phenomenal job with their player profiles. They've done such a good job. Those things are a blast to watch. Really get a good sense of who these guys are.
And I'm interested to see what the players have to say about Preki. We've seen a little bit them talk about themselves.
I'm sure it's going to be all good things.
Will it be reserved or will it be a little this or that? Well, you don't have to wait much longer. We go to the locker rooms with a Sacramento advantage. A big goal on a set piece. Vukovic taking credit for it. And Sacramento will try to hold on for another 45 and move on up to the second round of the USL Pro playoffs. Stay tuned. The halftime show coming up.
My full name is Predrag Radosavljevic. People know me here as Preki. I'm a head coach of Sacramento Republic. That's my role. I grew up in Belgrade, Serbia. In that time, I actually loved basketball more than soccer. But given my size and everything else, I decided after speaking to one of the coaches that my future might be on the other side. I started playing the game at a really young age. Moved to Red Star Belgrade when I was 18. Was there for 3 years, and then after that I came to US in 1985. I played indoor at the Como Stars. Played there for 7 seasons. Got married 1989. 1992 moved to England and played in England for 3 years, a couple for Everton, one for Portsmouth. And then 1995 I moved back here and played in Major League Soccer for 10 seasons. And after that I retired and moved into coaching. And here I am in Sacramento.
He's not the type of coach I've ever had. Like the other coaches, they were really nice, and they would push me in a way, but nothing like Preki. He's real.
He'll shoot you straight, which I really respect. He'll tell you how it is and he won't hold back. If you had a good game, he'll say good game. If you had a bad game, he'll say bad game. He'll tell you why you're not starting, he'll tell you why you are starting, and he knows what he wants, and he'll do whatever it takes to get there.
He's the type of guy that's kind of a tough love. I think a lot of guys kind of got caught off guard when they first came here, because there's a lot of coaches out there that aren't like that don't expect so much out of his players. But I think that's one of the reasons this club has done so well, because he expects you to give everything you have every day and leave it out all on the field.
That's what the people say. I push the buttons, but that's the job of the coach. You have to find a way to make your group better. You have to find a way to make your group want more, and you have to find a way for your group to understand that there is a lot more things to achieve and a lot of trophies to be won. And if you really want them, they're out there, so you have to go and get them.
Preki's one of the top coaches in the country, hands down. What sets him apart is how he treats his players. Everything else is secondary to the players, and they know that, and they believe that, and they play for him, and they play for the team, and they play as a group.
He's the perfect coach for this environment, and I'm happy to be playing under him, for sure.
We've got the best coach. I don't know why Preki isn't in Major League Soccer still. He proved it last time out when he was at Toronto and when he was at Chivas. We're very fortunate to have him.
Doesn't matter if you're the highest paid player on the team or you're the lowest paid player on it, you're treated the same, with the same respect and the same expectations. Hands down, one of the best coaches I've ever worked with in my life.
Right when Preki got the team, I knew I wanted to come here. He demands the best from everyone every day.
I think one of his biggest thing is effort, just making sure each guy is going out there and putting 100% in each game and each day in training.
He's fiercely loyal, which is hard to find in soccer. He puts us first. He makes sure that we're taken care of, and he does everything he can to make sure that everything is right for us to perform on the field. Leave everything on the field for him, and I know that he would do the same off the field for us. That's in line. It's huge.
No way I expected this when I first moved here. Overall, I couldn't be happier with a group of men who go on the field every night. They put a Sacramento Republic shirt on and they work as hard as they do. So I have no complaints with my group. Oh yeah, we are ready for MLS. I see incredible support in the city. And I just think if we would have announced tomorrow that we are going to MLS, you would see even more people would come on board, and it would be good to see.
Halftime, Sacramento with a 1-0 advantage here, and what an exciting first half. First time we've had a playoff game here in Sacramento, and now we're joined by Graham Smith. And Graham, what do you think so far, first 45?
No good for the heart, first of all. But I think Coach Preki will be very pleased. We've had territorial advantage, a lot of good chances that we've either squandered or the woodwork's intervened, and we've just got to be careful that they don't catch us on the break.
Right, exactly. I think the big thing what we're taking away from that first half, we've had the territorial advantage. We've really kind of attacked that final third, our final third. Been really good at keeping the ball in there. Vukovic and Daly stepping really hard, winning the ball, making it difficult for Wilmington to play. But you're right. We got to be careful not to get caught on the break. If we get caught on the break, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. What do you think is going to happen? What do you see for the second half?
I'd like to see us attacking more down the left flank. I think they're weak on that side. I think Maxi Alvarez can really go to town on the fullback. Keep playing the ball into the box. Both of our fullbacks are getting wide, getting crosses in. And we have to put our chances away. It's quite simple. We've had enough chances. And fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Now, Graham Smith, I know when you put this team together, you're one of the first hires for the Sacramento Republic. And we talked a little bit in the intro about how this team just a year ago, we weren't even thinking about the playoffs because we didn't even have a team yet. But congratulations to you guys, not only getting a playoff team, but the first team in an inaugural season to get 17 wins and a #2 seed. You have to be very proud of what you guys are put together.
We are, but we're disappointed at the same time. We think we could have won the league. I think what everybody has to understand is that with a coach like Preki, standards are extremely high. His demands are not excessive. They are absolutely spot on. And this is transmitted to the players. They're starting to play like a great squad now, and we're gratified that it's working out that way. Yeah.
Any player that stood out to you, I would say surprised you, but just, it has elevated? Because some players you come and you say, I hope they reach their potential, and then some players exceed that. Anyone who's really stood out for you?
Well, players came to us at different stages of their career, and there were some young players that came to us, the Alvarez, Emily Clementa, people that had only been playing in college ball, Guzman, they've improved immensely, and that's gratifying. And people like Justin Braun have had a renaissance, the rebirth, thanks to Preki. Roro, of course, engine of the team. And it's been great to see Gilberto come in and add that Brazilian flair. But, James Kiffey at left back, everybody. Jake Gleason tonight, he was vital saves. No, we don't want to pick anybody out. It's been a fantastic squad performance throughout the season. Even the lads who are on the bench, they're all part of this wonderful Republic team.
Yeah, we've talked about it all season, what you mentioned about how these guys have all come together and performed well from the top down to the bench. You've had a lot of guys coming in and out of the lineup, but you've never really seen a drastic drop for the most part throughout the season of play when you do have those reserves coming in. So I think it's credit and kudos to you and Preki for finding these guys. And my question and what I want to talk about would be is how's it been working with Preki? It seems like you guys have really kind of meshed and gelled as a unit, picking the players. I'm sure behind the scenes in the battle room you're having a little bit more arguments, but how's it been with Preki? And like I said, it's been great so far from what we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, basically what happens, if we're discussing anything, I listen to Preki for 5 minutes and he listens to me, and then we decide I'm right. It's quite simple.
He's saying the same thing, actually. It's very interesting.
Did. No, he's been a dream to work with. I'm baffled why he's not in Major League Soccer and why he's not at a higher level. The guy is football through and through. He's a hard taskmaster, but we got it right, don't worry.
Well, you really see what his product on the field and what Preki can do with the team that's been thrown together here in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Yep. He's got a team that they are absolutely pumping on all cylinders. Everybody knows their role, and I think it's credit to what Preki does week in and week out, day in and day out, training same drills over and over again. And you're right, it's baffling why Preki is not in the MLS, but you know what? He's here in Sacramento, and he's ours, and he's here to stay. And he said he's the happiest he's ever been. Yeah. So let's keep him here and keep him happy for as long as possible.
The only trouble is I have to keep letting him beat me on the golf course, and it's wearing me out, and the pocket.
Yeah,
so.
I know he's very competitive. I know all you guys are very competitive. And you know what? It's everyone from Warren Smith, now Kevin Nagel, part of this team as well, all the way down to whoever you want to put at the very bottom level of this organization. It has been such a team effort, and I will say that I know Kevin has been part of a lot of teams. I know I've worked at a lot of different places. This is probably one of the most fun places that not only is just fun to be around, but just works hard. I mean, how your career, I know you've played all around the world. You've been a technical director in numerous places. Where does this rank in your, list?
Sorry, I missed that. Where did what?
Where does working here at the Republic kind of rank for you in your career?
For me, it's been extremely refreshing. It's still been a learning curve. You know, I make mistakes every day. But when you see what's on the field, and when you see Preki's ideas coming to fruition, and then when you look at the staff in the offices, from the girl who makes the tea right through the piece, I tell you, we've got something special. And if the people at MLS are watching, you make sure we're there.
I know it's been a great season, a great year in a USL Pro. It's been a fun league to join. I think it's all worked out so well. Grant Smith, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks,
and,
Kevin.
I guess we'll have an exciting second half here, and so
I hope so.
It should be that
no
way.
goals against.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing it there.
Thanks, lads. Thank you.
Should be a great second half. That's Graham Smith. We'll have more here for you. We'll step aside and we'll have the halftime stats for you here, and then we'll get second half of play started just moments away. So Sacramento with a goal from Nemanja Vukovic. It came from an assist by Max Alvarez in the 40th minute. That is the difference here tonight, as Wilmington has yet to put one on the board. 2 corners for the Hammerheads, 7 for Sacramento. Each with an offside call. 2 saves for Jake Gleason, 3 for Brad Stuver. But the stat that stands out to me, Kevin Goldthwait, 10 shots for the Republic compared to 4. It has really been a tough test for Brad Stuver tonight of the Hammerheads.
Yeah, Republic have done a good job peppering Stuver's goal. But you know what? The 4 chances that Wilmington had, 2 of them were great opportunities that Gleason was fortunate to come up and make a phenomenal, two really good saves to keep the Republic pumping along here.
And here we go as we start second half of play. No substitutions from either team here. Keep you up to date on that. Do have a caution from Vukovic in the 10th minute, and Paul Nicholson for the Hammerheads in the 42nd. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. We thank you for tuning in here to the semifinal matchup between the Republic, the number 2 seed. Great ball. Tommy Stewart just got too far back on his heels and sent it over high.
Tommy Stewart does a great job of baiting Davidson there as he steps to the ball. We're going to see the replay. Davidson goes at the man rather than the ball. Tommy Stewart peels off of him as his shot just sails high. Great step, though, by Tommy Stewart. The little cheeky little move there. I like seeing that from him. Kind of a little veteran move there.
Well, Nike's a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest soccer information. Tommy Stewart's played so well, had 2 very good looks at the goal, as did Adam John. And Sacramento has continued to play in the Wilmington half of the field here. Good ball here. We've seen better balls out from the goal box from Gleason tonight as well. Everyone just a little bit sharper here. Gilberto gives one away, just sent it a little too hard. The late additions for the Hammerheads, we've seen Corbin Bone. He's come in, Ross Tomaselli and Mark Anthony Gay, all players who came beyond the second half of the season and have played a contributing part here. A big key reason the Hammerheads squeaked into that 7th seed here. Tough task, though, going across country to play the #2 Republic, who have only lost 2 matches in Sacramento, one at Hughes Stadium against Harrisburg City, and the other one against LA in a match that was almost decided before the kickoff as Sacramento didn't put out their first 11. Tommy Stewart, who's been battling tonight, trying to work down that tunnel.
Yeah, Republic, they're a different team with Tommy Stewart in the lineup. Really kind of allows us, we mentioned earlier, allows the Republic to stretch the field and does a great job of finding those channels.
Tommy Stewart again. And Tommy Stewart, who is really, as you said, picked it up and late during the season. You know, played with the Shamrock Rovers in 2012 and 2013. You know, he had 11 goals in 42 matches. Originally from Northern Ireland, and he likes it here. I mean, we've heard rumblings he wants to stay for quite a while.
Well, it's one of those pickups, you know, that's Graham Smith doing a great job of finding this diamond in the rough. Kind of a journeyman over in the UK. Comes over to Sacramento, doesn't really know what to expect. Coming over to California, a completely new part of the world for him. And you know, if he has it, and if he didn't have those little injuries he picked up, I think he would have a few more goals and could be, you know, in the contention, in the discussion for that MVP. That's how good of a player I think Tommy is. Well, just a smart, intelligent player.
He's a big-time skier as well, so if he's able to hang around during the winter, we finally get some snow, I think he'll really like it. And think about this, this is one of the hottest summers we've ever had in Sacramento, as we were triple digits today in the middle of September. He's a guy used to some pretty cold weather, and he's played very well under the hot sun this season.
A great job by Roro there.
Lopez continuing to shine for this club, making a case for MVP. Kevin Molino, the Orlando City Lions, though, looks to be in the lead, setting the goal record this year. Likely to get that chance. John to Alvarez. Good ball. Alvarez from distance.
Alvarez absolutely punishes that ball. Stuver's got no chance to catch it, decides to parry it over the crossbar, but it tells you anytime Alvarez gets the ball on top of the box, as we see the replay,
and he
takes a touch to his left, puts his laces right through the ball, lands on his kicking foot, puts all the weight behind it. Camera can't even keep up with that's how hard he hit that ball.
Stuver's going to have some bumps and bruises just from hitting the deck so hard tonight. He has kept the Hammerheads in this. That back four has had trouble with the press from Sacramento. Cross inside, Clementa! Alvarez back at it, Tommy Stewart. Little chip shot.
Roro on the back post.
Lopez, cross. Ruggles sends it high, doesn't clear it very far. Still a chance in the penalty area for Sacramento. Winding up. Sends it way outside the park.
That's a center back taking a shot from on top of the box. His eyes were probably so big, just couldn't wait for that thing to drop a little bit lower. But going back to the corner kick, this is going to be Daly striking the ball over the top of the net. Clementa does a great job curling around the back post, gets his head on it. Not sure exactly who was on the line for the Hammerheads, but cleared off the line. Fortunately for them, unfortunate for Republic, saved a goal.
It was Ruggles who sent it too high.
But Clementa did a great job on that set piece from Roro.
How about Mickey Daly? Now, as we talked about, player that we expected to see a little earlier, here's Sammy Ochoa.
Yeah, he's coming in for,
looks like Nicholson.
Nicholson, who's their defensive holding midfielder. So obviously this is an attack-minded substitution as Ochoa immediately jogs out towards the Republic's back four.
6 goals, 5 assists on the season for Sammy Ochoa.
Yeah, they're probably going to go 2 up top now and slide Corbin Bone back into the midfield. Maybe even still allow Corbin Bone to be an offensive attacking midfielder, kind of tucked underneath Ochoa and Jane, which is a great position for Corbin Bone. That's, I think, where he's most effective with 2 guys in front of him so he can find some seams. He's got great vision. Republic have got to be aware, as this is going to completely change the style of play that they've been dealing with for the past 45, 50 minutes.
And Sammy Ochoa, big-time player for those who don't know, playing 5 years in the Mexican leagues, but also Spent some time with Seattle from 2011-2013. Also a member of the U20, U23 U.S. men's national team. It's a player that's a pretty good pedigree. And a foul against Sonny Jane, and Mirkovic is a little upset and wants a yellow.
Yeah, they both go in hard. Mirkovic isn't going to back out of any challenge. I think Jane's just going in hard as the replay is coming up right now. Jane takes a heavy touch, comes in over the ball. That's where I think Mirkovic took offense. As you see, Jane kind of just shows the bottom of his studs on top of the ball, which is by the rule of the book, not allowed, but that's fine. Mirkovic is up and running.
Hammerheads, founded in 1996. Nice ball here to Clementa. Clementa charging forward, now retreats. Gives it up and Ruggles.
That Clementa slows down. Ruggles, absolutely.
Here comes the referee, and Clementa up, and Ruggles is separated, and Clementa wants an explanation from Michael Zapata of why a card was not thrown.
See, the referee's just completely caught out of position. Ruggles simply kicks. It looks like Clementa as he's running away. Fourth official's coming down to talk to the head referee about the situation. This absolutely should be a caution.
And Ackley is having
as we got the replay here.
So here comes Clementa on the weak side, and it looks like we don't even catch it.
As he just kicks him, just trips him a little bit. But still, I mean, it's totally unnecessary. Roro's coming down, tell the referee to look at the instant replay board.
Just look up. Maybe we can show that again. It's hard to angle. The ball was moving before, and he's going to his pocket. And a yellow card throw against Drew Ruggles, and the crowd loves it.
You know, that's a good job by the officiating crew there. That's everybody doing their part. You got the fourth official coming out, grabbing the head ref, bringing him in, telling him, hey, there's something going on here. But that's how the system and the officiating crew is supposed to work. So good job to the officiating crew for handling that, I think, correctly, and did a great job doing so.
It's Alex Marquand Wilsey who came up and had a chat with Michael Zapata. Getting things right here, a step.
It's just a silly yellow card for Ruggles, too. Now, I mean, he's got to be thinking about these tackles. He might be second-guessing himself or hesitating.
Bone, Jane, Ochoa. Off the left side, here's Kay. Kay with the cross. Near post, it was Bone flying down the lane.
We got some issues up top. I mean, you got Kay flying around, Ochoa now up there with Sonny Jane and Corbin Bone sitting right underneath there. And that's four really, really good players. As we saw right there, great combination play. Corbin Bone needs to put that thing on target. The amount of skill and quality that he has, got to be let down with himself on that one. But it's something, I mean, right now, they're going to be flying the combination play of those four guys up top. Republic are going to need to make sure that whenever any of those guys get the ball, they get their heads down as quickly as possible by putting pressure on them.
Sacramento, the one pressuring so much. Again, a nice play by Tommy Stewart. Tommy Stewart.
Tommy Stewart once again baits the center backs and simply just rolls off them as there's too much pressure. This is a good little lesson as we got the replay. We just miss the turn that Tommy Stewart does, but Tommy Stewart uses...
Looks like it was off.
Yeah, uses Fairclay's pressure as he's too tight to him and just spins right off of him. Serves a good ball into John. John, like to see him do a little bit better with that, but that's okay. Good movement forward.
And again, we've seen that Wilmington comes out of that locker room in the second half and plays better. So Sacramento, just that one goal lead, needs to stay on the attack, Kevin. It's been a little bit even here for Sacramento. I know that Graham Smith and the likes of the front office probably not as happy as what they've seen in the first half. Ochoa streaking, gets behind Vukovic. Dangerous play by Jake Gleason.
Yeah, Gleason knows it, absolutely knows it. He hesitated from the start. Gives up the penalty kick as Ochoa makes a great run. We'll see the replay here. Good ball in by Tomaselli. Ochoa gets to it first. Gleason, that's an absolute no-no for him to come out and grab the player like that. He's got to either grab the ball or you have to absolutely make certain as a goalkeeper, if you're going to come out, that you're going to get the ball and not concede anything here. As Mirkovic goes over and gives him a little pep talk, tells him, make up for that mistake, buddy.
And so Wilmington now has a chance to tie it.
I mean, that's the that little detail right there, as I think why Gleason might not be with Portland and getting minutes with them, because that's just, he knows better than that. He knows he messed up, made a mistake.
So Sammy Ochoa, who just came in a few moments ago, the former Seattle Sounder, now with the biggest chance for the Wilmington Hammerheads to tie it this evening.
And this is dangerous too. This could absolutely turn the tides and shift the momentum as this substitution of Ochoa comes in.
The crowd into it, into the Tower Bridge Battalion as Ochoa will send it. Jake Gleason on an island. Back heels on the line. Ochoa finds the net. It's tied at 1.
Ochoa's having a good time with the crowd over there. Ochoa takes the penalty really well, sees Gleason lean to his right, and simply slots it. I think he might have even have peaked a little bit. His ball sails right into the back of the net, adds to Ochoa's tally for the year.
So Ochoa now with 7 goals on the season, leads the team. And that is the very first goal for the Hammerheads against the Republic this year.
Here's another look at the penalty. Yeah, Ochoa doesn't even look. Gleason, if Gleason guesses the other way in that situation, probably makes a pretty simple save. Not the best penalty that I've seen, but you know what, it all counts for 1, so.
And it has gone definitely quiet here at Bonney Field.
Let's see the energy that the Republic come out with after this, conceding that goal.
And for Jake Gleason, that's his 16th goal on the season, just the 4th in 9 matches, Kevin. A fight on the touchline. It'll go to the Hammerheads. And they'll hear from the crowd. So all 8,000 strong here again tonight, looking to get behind their club.
It just goes to show, too, you know, how many chances did we have in the first half? Only come away with 1. Wilmington right now comes out in the second half. 1-1. Momentum's potentially going to shift here. Republic need to stay confident, stay composed, stay patient. No need to rush things. Still a lot of match left here. 30 minutes to go. But still win your individual battles. You're going to see this is going to be a bit of wind in the sails for Wilmington. And how can Republic deal with that sort of competitiveness? And can they continue to win their individual battles?
We're into the 60th minute here at Bonney Field. Ochoa again gets past Vukovic. Into the penalty area. Slow tap, Jane. Good save by Jake Gleason.
Now, well held by Gleason. I think Republic still need to come out and keep pressing. Don't sit back. Don't let Wilmington get themselves into the game. Keep pressing them. Get their heads down whenever they get the ball.
Game changer, Tommy Stewart. All you need him is a break through that channel, Kevin. He's done it so many times tonight, as has Adam John. Clementa. Back here, that's Kiffey, and Kiffey loses it and say Sacramento, and everyone here a little upset about it. Adam John wants an explanation.
Yeah, looks like, I mean, the fans aren't happy with that call. As we see a replay.
So here's Kiffey against Cole.
Definite corner kick there as Wilmington's bailed out.
Vukovic. Into the stands. So the lineup for Wilmington, Stuver in the box, Cole, Faircloth, Davidson, Ruggles, Ackley, Tomaselli, Kay, Ochoa, Bone, and Jane. For Sacramento, they go Gleason, Clementa, Daly, Vukovic, Kiffey in the middle, Lopez, Gilberto, Merkovich, Alvarez, Stewart and John up top, and Justin Braun did not get the start. We could see him come in as a little bit of a change of pace. He is dealing with that toe, but he is available. So much energy expended on a warm night here in Sacramento. No breeze to speak of here as it remains hot out on the field. Could play a factor late into this one. We're now in the 62nd minute. Good ball here. Clementa, the receiver. Tozic for Gilberto. And here, I think, Kevin, we saw with John and Stewart make so many runs, it's almost time. This is why Gilberto's in there, to make some of those runs, to alleviate the pressure for the strikers.
Yeah, and he can kind of come up undetected, too, as a third runner almost.
Gilberto tries to send it out the channel for Stewart.
A good idea there.
We might have Octavio Guzman coming in soon. Guzman from Chico State, a very physical player. Maybe matched up with Ochoa a little bit. Ochoa's got some size. Here's Mirkovic in the middle.
Yeah, well done by Mirkovic there.
There's Lopez. Kiffy coming up. Kiffy making a move toward the middle. Tried to get it past. Shot.
Oh,
Block
Roro was
deflected
wide
by
open.
Faircloth.
Good effort, though, Tommy Stewart. We're looking for John right in front of the goal. A cutback, a little cutback would have been great right to Roro. As you see, Roro's trailing. You see him on the outside of the screen there.
And you're right, Faircloth just played it very well.
Roro probably needs to be more vocal with that. I know Roro, I played with him. In that situation, you want him shouting, you want him yelling to cut that ball back.
Gilberto getting a standing ovation as it is Rodrigo Lopez set with a corner here. Sacramento had plenty of chances here in the first half. In the second, a little bit more scarce. Lopez. Goal, Sacramento! Another header! Mickey Daly!
Set pieces, Rob. Set pieces, set pieces, set pieces. We are so dangerous and deadly on these things.
I think everyone was shocked, Kevin. It took
let's
a little
see
bit of a
who.
moment.
Let's see as a replay shown here who it comes off of. It might have been an own goal, last touch maybe by Daly, but that's what it takes. You put the ball in those dangerous situations. Something's bound to happen. And here we've had two of them tonight where they put him in. Roro and Alvarez puts the ball in very, very dangerous spots, and 2 goals result.
Listen to this crowd, Kevin.
As we have another view, another replay, another view here. Daly, John's up there. That might have come off John or Ruggles there.
And Mickey Daly was the one they were celebrating with.
Tell you what, though,
I believe.
Great response for conceding that penalty. Republic stayed on their front foot there.
Well, how about the 2 center backs? They both took credit for the goals, either whether they deserved it or not.
When you're a center back, any chance you can to raise your hand, you're going to raise your hand and claim it.
Sacramento with a 2-1 advantage here. Tommy Stewart has been fighting tonight.
Yeah, Tommy's still applying a good amount of pressure, which is, I think, what we want to see right now. Don't give Wilmington any sort of time on the ball to find that front four that we talked about of Ochoa, Sonny Jane as
Adam
a counterattack.
Alvarez keeps it on the floor for Stewart. Stewart with a little dink over the top. Trying to clear it as Davidson. It's still in the penalty area.
Smart by Tommy Stewart. He knows how dangerous we are in set pieces. Lets that come out. John really wasn't making the best run. Might have been hidden a little bit. Been real difficult to find him. So smart there.
Listen to this crowd, Kevin. It has been electric here. That last goal has set Bonney Field into a frenzy. Here's the corner, the cross. Ochoa just got a head on it. Octavio Guzman, who just checked in, trying to send it back. And another corner for Sacramento. It'll be Max Alvarez.
That's the crowd right there. Stuver and Ruggles aren't able to communicate as Ruggles heads it out for a corner kick.
So they did officially give that goal to Mickey Daly. But now Sacramento looks like they'll have a short corner here with Guzman. Guzman back to Alvarez. Alvarez finds Roro. Here's Guzman flying down, a little bit of dink. Header. Goal, Sacramento! Nemanja Vukovic!
Rob, the short corner work, my friend. Well done by Sacramento. We're patient with that. Roro gets the ball to Guzman. Guzman floats it back post as we got the replay right here. Is that Tommy Stewart in the back post? Takes it across. Vukovic wide open. That short corner, so difficult to do, but when you do it, it makes everything confusing for the defense. Who's their mark, where are their marks, as everyone starts kind of recycling their runs. as Vukovic finds himself literally wide open on the doorstep and simply nods it to the back of the net. Great play by Sacramento.
Vukovic now with 3 goals on the season.
And here's another view as Vukovic, you see Vukovic hanging out on his front studs, ready, alert, sees it, and simply nods it down.
Sacramento.
Big goal, Rob, big goal. This is a good bit of separation right now.
It's 3-1. Vukovic with 2 tonight. The other center back, Mickey Daly, with the other. 2 have come here in the second half. A penalty kick and score by Ochoa tied it at 1.
Adam John might have nodded that back across the goal face to Vukovic. Very smart by John. We mentioned it earlier. In that situation, you don't want to go try to find the target with that ball. Serve it across right back the face of the goal and finds Vukovic sitting there wide open.
Again, Tommy Stewart, a little too hard for James Kiffey.
A little heavy there.
Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates and all of the playoff breakdown. As Sacramento, the number 2 seed, if they continue to move on, would host the championship game after Orlando City knocked out by the 8th seed Harrisburg City Islanders today, 1-0.
Yeah, another offensive-minded sub here. As Fairclough's coming off. Coming in is Aparicio. Aparicio looking to settle probably right in the middle. I bet you're going 3 in the back, 3 up top.
So, Manny Aparicio on loan from Toronto FC. Did not play the first part of the season. He came back from injury. The Argentinian now in a critical part for the Hammerheads. Their season on the line. They trail 3-1. As we move on now, deep into the clock, the 70th minute. Sacramento still pressing. Nice move. Headed again. Saved by Stuver. Great ball by Tommy Stewart.
Yeah, Tommy Stewart finds himself in good position again. Does the right thing, makes the right decision. Republic need to worry about getting back now, get their shoulders right.
Sonny Jane makes a nice move on Clementa across in the middle.
Yeah, Sonny Jane's showing his skill there one-on-one. Looked like Clementa was beat. Needs to move his feet better in that situation.
Ruggles against Adam John. Ruggles coming all the way back up. Jake Leeson says, I got it. And I will say this, Kevin. When substitutions are made, this team, it doesn't matter, just seems to play together. It doesn't seem as if there's a bunch of individuals trying to make something happen. There really is a cohesive unit out there in the field.
Yeah, I mean, every guy on that field and on that squad from the top to the bottom know their roles and their positions. And Preki has done a great job of making sure of that. And kind of, handing over the keys to the car here today, as a coach, that's kind of what you do. You hope that your week of preparation and what you've done previously is enough. As you, like I mentioned, hand those keys over and let your guys go. Let them go play, let them go have fun, and see how they perform. And I tell you what, they've done a great job tonight and done a great job this season so far. A couple more games to go. The work's not done yet, though.
Alvarez taken down. Foul is called.
Now you got Wilmington. These guys are yelling at each other already. I mean, not looking good right now.
Here's Alvarez taken down. 84 degrees still here in Sacramento. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. An exciting match here for the Republic in the first round of the USL Pro playoffs. Talk about excitement. I don't know if there's been a season as good as this with the USL Pro, with so many teams involved and in it. It seemed that all 14 had a chance at the start of August.
You might see Roro here.
Here's Alvarez. Hits the wall, back to Kiffey.
Yeah, that wall looked rather tight, rather short.
Guzman had more of a chance than I think most of the crowd considered. Stuver with a one-hander.
Guzman probably found the one spot on goal there that would have given Stuver trouble. Stuver comes up, can't catch it, makes a good save as Kiffey serves the ball in on the replay. Guzman going backwards, needs to try to dink it over.
Still a good chance.
Yeah, Stuver does a good job, makes a decent save.
And how about James Kidd? We haven't talked to him, but he has made some very nice passes tonight. He has put a good touch on the balls numerous times.
Yeah, Kiffy's just solid all around. I mean, the last 6 games, 5-6 games, ever since he came in, he's just been solid.
On the turf, Alvarez. Alvarez, he just played it off the foot on the laces just a tad.
Yeah, I don't think Alvarez is ready for it, really.
And Stewart will get a corner.
But Roro does a good job of identifying Alvarez on top of the box, wide open. It's a real difficult ball to hit, to be honest. Coming with pace. You don't need to put a big swing on it. Try to just meet the ball, put your laces through the back of it. As Alvarez kind of just catches it right on his heel.
So the Wilmington Hammerheads come cross-country. Felt pretty good after a Sammy Ochoa penalty kick ties the game. 2 unanswered goals here for Sacramento. And it's 3-1. Here's a corner.
It's dangerous, too. Vukovic was sitting right there.
That's a tough ball to play, Kevin.
And Mirkovic clears it. I tell you, that's smart by Mirkovic. No reason to try to do anything cute. Just clear the ball, get your guys back, get your big guys back. Reset.
Serbians played very well. I don't know if there's a Republic player who hasn't played well tonight. That's probably very fair to say. And here now comes into the game. Couple of substitutions, as we'll have William Haney, the Englishman who played in Scotland last year. Did play with the Hammerheads in 2012 back in North Carolina. Trying to make a difference now in a very close match. Ackley with a little bit of a touch. Looks like Stephen Miller also in for the Hammerheads.
Good job by Daly there. It's a tough thing for Daly to do there. You can't come in too strong. You got to come in just with the right amount of pace.
Ochoa looking for Jane.
He does a good job, clears it out.
So Kevin, talk strategy right here as we play it around the middle of the field.
Well,
for Wilmington, I know you got to start going on the attack. Do you start taking some chances?
Right. So here we are. We're you know, winner go home soccer, playoff soccer. So right now they're throwing everything they can up front. Obviously trying to make sure that they're not conceding anything, any counterattack. So they're keeping probably 3 guys back and just loading up top. Probably maybe even putting 4 guys up top with Haney coming in and doing the best they can to put some pressure on Republic and try to sneak one back. As Tommy Stewart's coming off to a standing ovation, which he deserves tonight. He's done a great job. But really what the Republic need to worry about is how do they keep organized with all these new bodies in different positions. And time is now all of a sudden a battle too. We got about 15 minutes left to go. Whenever there's a dead ball and Republic have it, take a couple seconds, relax. No need to rush things right now, but stay composed and stay patient when we do have the ball.
So Gabe Gissy checks in. Player of the Year, the New England Revolution Development Academy in 2012. Originally from Liberia.
So now's a good opportunity to really see Clemento's taking his time with it.
I guess if you're watching at home, you say, well, why take out Tommy Stewart? He seems to be playing pretty well. Why put in someone like Gissy?
You know, Tommy Stewart's been running all over the place. Hasn't really seen a full 90 here in about 4, 5, 6 weeks. So maybe just give him a rest. He put a good day's work in right now, and he's probably thinking about next week. Preki is. I'm wanting to maybe keep Tommy Stewart fresh for that.
He's got the enforcer Guzman in there. Rodrigo Lopez looking to track down Cole. We'll get to it for the Hammerheads.
And really with Gissy up top, we know Gissy can run, and the thing he's going to want to do is just start running around, be a pest. Don't let the center backs have anything for free. But really for Gissy, it's going to be 15 minutes of running. And I'm sure Preki's told him that. Just go out there, be a pest, run around, be difficult. As Vukovic oversteps here. That's where one thing where you really got to be careful with Vukovic and Daly with how well they're stepping and cutting those passes off. You got to be really, really conservative now with that step. And only when it's wide open and clear do you make that step as Vukovic fouls Sonny Jane here.
So interesting to see a little bit of a matchup difference too. There's a collision out here near the attacking third for Wilmington. as we've seen Vukovic, who was really one-on-one with Jane for most of the first half. But once Ochoa came in, it was a big difference for them. And really, now Vukovic has been up closer to number 9, Sammy Ochoa, and Jane's had a little bit more room to run free a little bit. Is that a daily mark? Where do we look at that?
Right, you know, I think Porter does a great job of bringing Ochoa off the bench in the position that he did and when he did.
Here's Heaney. Heaney with a good ball into the penalty area. Offside first, and it'll stop the play. So
going back to that substitution that Porter had, interesting how he did. He did a minute into that second half, so I think maybe trying to catch Republic a little bit off guard with that by not putting him in at halftime, waiting a minute or so, and then it's going to draw a lot of different attention from the back four of the Republic, which potentially could free up Jane for him to use his pace and maybe sneak behind the Republic.
So set the lineup for you. It's Stuver, Cole, Arpecio, Davidson, Ruggles, and Ochoa, Ackley, Miller, Haney, Bone, and Jane. Out comes Gleason. Ochoa was there again, and there was a very similar play. This time he acted quicker.
If we can get the replay on that, you'll see Gleason look like he hesitated again. Maybe because of what happened last time Ochoa was running at him, but he definitely hesitated. Still, fortunately, Roro just cut that a little bit too much, but fortunately for Gleason, he was able to come out and timed it well.
Another substitution for Sacramento. Max Alvarez will come out. It'll be Steven Evans.
Yeah, total defensive-minded sub here. Evans going to come in.
And while we have a moment here, let's just reset the score here for you. It's 3-1. Here's how it happened. And actually, here's the replay first. So Ochoa just a step late. But it was Nemanja Vukovic from Alvarez in the 40th minute. And then in the 58th, it was Ochoa on a penalty kick. Tied it at 1. And then Sacramento comes back with Daly in the 64th from a header, a corner by Lopez on the assist. And then once again, 3 minutes later, Vukovic from Stewart. And it's all Sacramento here in the second as Evans now will take the place of Max Alvarez. You talked a little bit about that defensiveness. We seem a little bit more of a physical team out there for Sacramento.
Absolutely. And then sub, what we got going on now with what Sacramento's done by bringing Evans on, John's going to be playing up top by himself as kind of that point guy who hopefully is going to have that pest role that we just talked about, what we thought Gissy was going to do. But it looks like Gissy's sprung forward here.
Gissy in the channel. Just a shot a tad late. Almost looked like it's maybe looking for John to fly down.
But Gissy's going to come out on the right flank in front of Clementa. On the left flank is going to be Roro playing in front of our left back, Kiffy. As Sacramento's got the corner kick with Alvarez out, looks like it's going to be Roro taking it. But Evans is going to be the guy in the middle of the park now, so a bit of a congestion buildup going on there with Mirkovic in there.
Lopez.
You got Mirkovic in there. You're going to have Octavio Guzman.
Lopez again with a cross. Clementa was leaking down the lane.
Right. Yeah, so Guzman, Evans, and Mirkovic in the middle of the park. And it looks like Evans might kind of have that free roll a little bit up top, higher than Guzman and Mirkovic.
Sacramento looking to win their very first playoff match here in their inaugural season. It's been a season of first, Kevin. We've seen the attendance skyrocket, set a record, 158,000 in the regular season. And then the 17 wins, most by an inaugural team in their first year of playing the USL Pro. And they get a second seed. And it's been a great year here in this USL Pro. I'll tell you what, Kev, it's been a lot of fun. And give a lot of credit to Tim Holt and a lot of those who are up in the front office for USL Pro. They've done a very nice job of solidifying this league here. Gissy with a nice move. Nobody running with him. Good ball, though, from the youngster. Guzman just fires.
See, this is when you start talking about time management right now. With the time that we got left, about 10 minutes, 9 minutes here, I mean, Guzman might want to, maybe bring that out rather than take that shot as the replay shows Guzman taking that shot. Maybe bring that back, keep that ball so possession's retained.
Making a move. Wilmington. Bone off the crossbar. Jake Gleason caught a break there.
Yeah, the soccer gods are with us on that one right now. But this is what happens when Guzman taking that shot and blown it over. Here's the replay. Bone comes in.
Just Daly missed it.
Oh, he does a good job. Bone does a really good job there. That's unlucky for Bone. But that's, in my mind, that goes to Guzman. Guzman needs to know better. As soon as he blows that over, it's an immediate counterattack. Ball off the crossbar for Wilmington.
Sacramento, a 3-1
Here's
advantage.
another look at this. As Bone just little dink right over.
Looks like he hit it with his hand, maybe.
Yeah, maybe touch a little bit, but good effort by Bone. Gleason gets bailed out.
Just following the turf is Haney. Vukovic. Sacramento, such a tough team this season.
Roro just spreads the field so well.
We're seeing a lot of good efforts, Kevin. This might be the most team effort we've seen from this club here at home this year. Gissy toying with Haney. Gets past him near the end line. Just skirted it past Adam John.
Yeah, Gissy gets lucky there. Haney overcommits himself a little bit, and Gissy's able to come around him.
Sending up, offside, no call. Is he onside? A one-on-one situation. Great diving save from Jake Gleason.
Oh, you got Clementa and Daly. Clementa's holding him on. If we can see a replay potentially, you'll see Clementa. He's walking up, he's stepping up, but Gleason does a great job. Comes up big for the third time tonight.
Here's Miller. And Gleason a little slow to get up.
You can see Miller. Miller's looking across the goal face there. He's trying to think. He's between two minds. That's a perfect example of when he's already behind the 8 ball in that situation. He's thinking, should I pass, should I shoot, should I pass? You need to be decisive in that situation. Either pass or shoot. Don't think about the other one. Be fully committed. And you can see Miller was not committed in that situation. Gleason comes out, forces him to take a shot. Here's another replay. Great view there. Great save by Gleason.
Right
doing exactly what he needs to do.
Right to Adam John here. On the corner, John just going to send it the other way. Up comes Stuver. In sync, Daly and Vukovic so well tonight, and offensively they got into the mix.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of long balls served over the top right now.
A lot of boos against Sammy Ochoa from the Tower Bridge Battalion. It's interesting how the battalion has really spread out and got the rest of that end line crowd jacked up.
You got
tonight.
all of them standing up, Rob. The whole end line standing up right now. That's incredible. Ton of fun.
So here's Haney with the corner. The left foot. And Guzman is taken down hard by Ochoa.
Yeah, looks like Ochoa's going down to try to put his head on it.
And Guzman able to lend a helping hand. So you saw the impact that Sammy Ochoa had. I know that you want to have a little game changer, but I still don't believe that was the best move by the Hammerheads to insert him so late in the game. Here's Jake Gleason, a little bit slow still from that diving save he had a few moments ago.
You're saving one of your top goal scorers. You only give him 45 minutes out there to score a goal as Vukovic turns the ball over in a terrible spot.
Here's Ochoa.
Great job by Daly, though.
Daly has stepped up big.
That's when you know you got a good partnership back there. When you give the ball up like that, your other counterpart's quickly there to win the ball back for you. Good job.
And Daly with the Hammerheads a season ago. Here's Haney. Sending one over. Looking for Miller on that right side. Stephen Miller. Third round supplemental draft by the Montreal Impact. Went to Colgate. Daly heads it.
Good job by Guzman there to keep the ball.
Adam John. Sacramento really put the pressure on early, and it paid off. Guzman. They're just going to keep it out of the feet of Wilmington. Wilmington chasing all around here. Now Daly in some trouble, gets back Ochoa. And Guzman again. And that's where I'm saying Ochoa just brings so much pressure on really Daly and Vukovic. They hadn't had to deal with it for the first 45. Here's Jane into the middle.
Yeah, what I like about Ochoa is he knows when to put pressure on and when not to put pressure on. And it's not necessarily the goal-scoring prowess, but I think he does a pretty good job, like I said, of putting pressure on Republic, making it difficult for their back four to play.
Ivan Murkovic. Sacramento, the #2 seed. And LA down there in Carson. The number 3 seed. And headed away by the Republic, just trying to kill the clock at this point in time, Kevin. Here's Sacramento. I guess where are you trying to keep this ball? Just spread out on the wings or where?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that they got to worry about now is with the desperation that Wilmington's going to be in right now is there's going to be a lot of long balls in the air in the back. So Vukovic and Daly need to be aware when each of them or when one of them steps, you never want both of them to step, but when one steps, we want to make sure you have the proper cover from Daly, from Vukovic, and from your outside backs tucking in. You don't necessarily need guys like Kiffy's going forward right now. You don't need them to go forward right now. In my mind, if I'm Preki, I'm yelling at my guys, think defensive first. Make sure you got 1 or 2 men more than what Wilmington has thrown up top at all times. And definitely make sure you know where the 2 big threats of Ochoa and Sonny Jane are at all times. And keep the ball. If you can keep the ball, keep the ball.
Los Angeles up 2-1 right now over Rochester. Winner of that will play here next weekend if this score holds. Oh, look at this work by James Kiffy. And now a goal by Sacramento! That goes to James Kiffy.
Kiffy is killing him over there. Oh my God.
Adam John will get the goal, but he walks right over to the Santa Barbara kid in a big hug, and it's 4-1.
Here's Kiffy right here, getting kicked, pulling ball back, right over the keeper's hands. John's got a little tap in. Tell you what, unbelievable effort there by Kiffy over in the corner. Guys are kicking him. 2 guys are trying to kick him and bring him down. Phenomenal service in the box and a great finish by John.
And Graham Smith just came over. He said, that's him, James Kiffy. That's why we got him. Ventura County Fusion. And I asked Graham.
Oh, that's a big smile for the lad. I love that, man.
I asked Graham just before he left out of the halftime interview, why so many kids from Ventura County Fusion on this club here? I guess they're not kids anymore, but he said because they're technical, they learn the game well. Here's Jane coming up. And another Fusion player comes up big for Sacramento.
Yeah, Daly, great step there once again. But Kiffy, that was unbelievable. That's all Kiffy, all individual effort.
4-1, Sacramento with the lead. And Gissy just still hustling.
And you know, I love seeing that from a guy like Kiffy coming in. Great individual effort there, sets his teammate up for the goal. Giving the crowd something to cheer for, I love it.
And how about Adam John? I think he needed that goal. He had a couple of good looks. Sammy Ochoa looking to turn, dumps it off to his right. Heaney. And he couldn't find a spot.
Yeah, well defended by Vukovic there. Very easy for Vukovic to go in there.
Number 7 on the year in terms of goals for Adam John.
Look at John with that touch over the top of his shoulder.
At least finds Gissy. Offside. Tough call there.
That's Gissy's youth there. He's got to make sure he's onside. He can see the whole field right there.
3 extra minutes, Kevin. As here we are. Sacramento with a 4-1 advantage. Stephen Evans tried to keep it in. Clementa, and now the rest of the Republic will just suck back into their side of the field. Jake Gleason, another spectacular match. Gave up the 1 goal, really on his own fault on the penalty kick, and dangerous play.
That's a great job there of getting that thing out. That was could have easily been in the back of the net on that cross.
Sonny Jane with a good look. Headed by Vukovic. But even so, your time here, you don't want to give up any goals here, Kevin. Little dig over the top.
Yeah, you want to finish strong here.
Jake
Well done
Gleason.
by Gleason. Let that thing run out. Take a breather. But no, you want to finish strong. You definitely want to, make sure you continue to roll this momentum, bring it back into next week.
And you know LA is going to look at this final score and go, wow.
Yeah,
Here it is again. What a beautiful ball.
Oh, perfect. Gleason gets a good hand on that. But we got everyone on their feet right now, Rob.
And so Jake Gleason and Dominic Jakubek have only allowed 29 goals on the year, Kevin. I mean, you give a lot of credit to each and every one of these players, too, because I think you're only as good as a goalkeeper as the 4 you have in front of you. And really the forward in the back are only as good as the midfielders and so on. This team has really played well in their first year together. And you could make a very good case. They've been the most dominant team really since the middle of July. I don't think there's been anyone better.
No, they've played it really, really well. We've said it time and time again ever since that West Brom game. Just the confidence, the swagger that these guys have had. It's been something else, and it's been fun to watch. You know, we come out here every week and we watch these guys play, and every time we walk away and say that was a fun game. And these guys put on a great show. Tower Bridge Battalion singing the whole time. They're going crazy over there. Such a cool atmosphere. Oh, this is just
it's a lot of fun,
yeah,
Kevin.
absolutely.
And now for the season, Sacramento with 53 goals after tonight's spectacular performance. Taken down, and that's sent over to the water park. You know, that'll come back into play. But, you know, Kevin, at the start of the season, Sacramento really didn't have a permanent home. Bonney Field gets built when this year begins. You think about just how far this club has gone in just a short time is simply remarkable.
Absolutely.
And that is it. Put it in the books. Sacramento wins 4-1. They secure their very first playoff win here at home at Bonney Field.
What a game, Rob. What a game. This is our first taste of playoff soccer here in Sacramento. Republic put on a show tonight, put in 4. Coming, momentum, riding the momentum wave. Another week to go now. Put that in the book. Be happy tonight, but tomorrow I guarantee it's back to work for Preki and the boys for the match next week.
And if the score holds, it would be the Los Angeles Galaxy 2 at this point who would come up and play. Here's the replay again.
Here's first
and
goal.
That was the first goal, and it looked like it was an own goal at that point in time, but
it looked like it might have even come off Stuver's hand.
That's tough to see here. And the
But you know what?
Battalion jumping up and down. But
Vukovic is claiming it, so it's Vukovic's.
He ran out there.
Whoever celebrates the loudest and most.
You know what? He had raised 2. He's got 2 tonight. And if you look, that was in the 40th minute. That was on the assist by Alvarez. Alvarez with, you know, that assist tonight. And then you had Lopez with an assist, Stewart with an assist, Kiffey with an assist. I mean, I think that's a pretty good ball there. If you have not only guys, we didn't really get any breakaways today. I mean, you had a couple of nice passes, but no one really going one-on-one, and I think
the big thing,
mark of a good team.
Big thing for me is set pieces. I think that's going to be clutch going into these next 2 games, hopefully next 2 games, is how we keep competing and doing a really good job. As here's another replay, another set piece, Roro stepping up for the corner kick.
And this is the 64th minute.
Right, being dangerous on these set pieces, it's such a nice arrow to have in your quiver.
And Daly.
It's a great finish there.
Davidson just shocked.
It's such a nice little piece of the puzzle to have, to know in any sort of situation, any sort of foul given, you're going to be dangerous and you're going to be able to compete and hopefully grab a goal. And you can stay involved in almost any game by having those sort of tools in your bag.
And the energy in Bonney Field is unlike anything we've seen. I mean, you go back to Hughes Stadium as the crowd getting into it, as the Tower Bridge Battalion being met by the Republic players now. Out there first is Emerald Clementa, and the rest will follow. But, you know, we had this energy at Hughes, and there was just something about that sunken bowling where you had everyone just right on top of each other, loud. And the soccer terms, this play has been much better here at Bonney Field, being on a bigger pitch, and really suits well to the Republic's type of play. And give credit to all the fans who have shown out this season. It has been such a fun atmosphere. Rodrigo Lopez now climbing up the chains, and we try to pick a man of the match. I don't even know where I would go with. I mean, Vukovic had 2 goals. It's easy to say that, but at the most point, there's so many players.
And take his goals away from him. I think he played really well defensively. Did a really good job of making sure the pressure was applied, keeping the ball in that attacking third as much as he could. And that's him and Daly doing a good job at doing that. But you know what? Everyone played well. Team performance. A lot of guys on the score sheet tonight.
And I think we'll get a post-game interview here once we get the players back and find out officially who I guess Coach Preki finds as the man of the match. But I think it's going to be hard to find an easy suitor here, and the crowd's still going into it. And if you haven't come out to a match yet this season, you're watching this, I think it's time to find a ticket pretty soon. 7:30 next Saturday night, right back here, September 20th. The Republic with a chance to head to the championship game with a win 7 days from now. And what an exciting game this was. Give credit to the Hammerheads. They played very well as they came out, I thought, a little bit slow. They really tried to hang in there, though.
Yeah, they gave
and then they came in, and it was tied up. It could have been anyone's match. I mean, it was definitely quiet in
Yeah,
here.
they came in. I think they had a game plan that they had drafted up beforehand. They tried to execute it. Unfortunately for them, I think Republic were just a little bit too much at the end of the day. That looks like Vukovic is getting ready to get interviewed by Miss Erica Bjork.
And so we head out of the field, and the players not letting it go. Dominic Jakubek with a couple of high fives as we exit. And you can just still feel it here, Kevin. I mean, this is just a playoff game. We still got a couple more to go if we can.
Hopefully we have a couple more to go.
Max Alvarez and company, and the Galaxy did win, Kevin. So that is a final 2-1 over the Rochester Rhinos. So it will be the Galaxy and Sacramento
shaping up
and
well.
let's go down to Erica Bjork, who is getting taunted there behind is Emra Clementa and Nemanja Vukovic.
It means everything because we do 6 months, great job and we wait just for this, and I think so we deserve this win, and I so proud of my teammates and stuff, and big thanks for these fans. We deserve this, and I think all fans must be proud of this team because this team deserves more, and just I want to say see you next Saturday and one more win.
So we still have some stoppage time in down south with Lostos and the Rhinos. If you had a choice, who do you want to face next week?
I don't care. If we play like tonight and if we play how we can play, I don't care with who. I want to just play with the next game, and I don't care it's Galaxy or I don't know. Doesn't matter. Just we want to play a game, and that's it.
Thank you very much. Again, we'll see you next Saturday on the 20th for our next playoff match, 7:30, and we're sending it back to you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you.
So there he is, Nemanja Vukovic, the center back. Man of the match. I guess fitting enough, he took his total from 1 goal to 3 goals in just one quick night. And
that quickly.
I will say that if we move on here to I guess going into next week, a quick glance as you may. If you're scouting the Republic, so many people can score. You shut down Tommy Stewart, well, that's fine. There's a couple other guys who are going to be right there as well. And I guess it's just what shows you is that you had basically 3, you know what, you could all 4 of these now. All 4 goals where a fullback was involved, whether it would be Vukovic, Daly, Vukovic, again, scoring, or Kiffy with an assist. I mean, you had each time you had
that goes back to, I think, set pieces, and plus when you have your wing backs, your left and right backs, Kiffy and Clementa, getting up and serving good balls in the box. Hopefully they're going to grab a couple assists now and again, but being dangerous on set pieces, and you got your big bodies, Daly and Vukovic in there, hopefully making some noise, causing some commotion, and getting their head on the ball or two, which happened tonight. So I mean, not very the most crazy of ideas. Look a Kiffy right here, just tries to get hacked, serves the ball, great ball in the box.
Beautiful. And Adam John just sells.
John finishes it off. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. The score sheet tonight, tons of people. I don't know how you scout them. I mean, honestly, you go out and you just try to play your best you can. I really think Wilmington came out tonight with a great game plan, but like we said earlier, it's just too little too late. I think the Republic just overpowered them. But you know what? Another week to go, a week of work for the boys and Preki to come out next week and try to get that result.
And just a reminder, if you can't make it out to the match, make sure you follow us right here on the live stream, as the entire playoffs will be found on YouTube. It doesn't have DVR, chat, social media, and the whole likes. We want to thank Graham Smith for coming up to us tonight and hanging out during halftime. Hope you enjoyed this match. A 4-1 victory from Sacramento as Vukovic with a slight tap from the header there. And all smiles at Bonney Field tonight. And we want to thank our entire production crew for helping on all behind the scenes tonight. And Mark Run, Brian Rote working in there in the booth behind the scenes. And for the rest of those who have helped so much put these broadcasts on, I know it's not anything to do. So, Kevin, I guess we'll see you a week from now, huh?
Los Dos, LA, Sacramento rivalry. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait.
And you know what? I got to end it on this. Sacramento even scored on a short corner. I think they put it back in your face tonight. I think you'll take it.
I'll take it. I'm happy with it. Spite me all you want on the short corners. You're scoring goals. I love it.
For Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 4-1, Sacramento moves on in their first year as a professional franchise. 7:30 next week. Los Angeles, Sacramento. Not sure else you can ask for anything more than that. Good night, everybody.